Bye.
Hey you guys, it's Heidi and welcome back to today's video. So today is kind of like a part 2 of Sunday's video. So if you guys missed out, Sunday I uploaded a video that was full of girls' invented names made up by you guys. And I just got way too many names in, so I decided to separate the video into girls only and boys only. So today I'm gonna give you guys all of the boys' names that you guys created. Oh my word, these are so amazing and so usable. But if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, or this is your very first time here, my name is Heidi and every single week I upload a baby names list. Sometimes it's 2 lists, like this week. So make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys are hitting that bell notification down below so you guys don't miss any of my videos. But also go check me out on Instagram. I'll have my handle right here, but I'll also have it down linked in the description. All right, so enough with the talking. Let's get into this list. All right, so first name that was sent in, this one is so sweet, and that is the name Vonlee. So spelled V-O-N-L-E-Y. Oh my word, I honestly can't say this name without having a smile on my face because I love the name Vaughn. I think it is just so handsome and it has that surname kind of feel to it, Vaughn. But this one was obviously derived from Vaughn, but she just added an L-E-Y. Just like I said in my last video, it's really easy to add on L-E-Y to any sort of name, and I feel like this is just so perfect. It's like a match made in heaven. But Vaughn itself is an Irish originated name meaning little or junior or younger. So really super sweet. Vonlee could totally work for maybe a little younger brother in the family, or maybe like the second twin that came out. I don't know. I just love the name Vaughn, and I was like, okay, this one's first going on my list because I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, so second name on the list is another really sweet submission, and that is the name Winnick. So spelled W-Y-N-I-K. Win is one of my favorite kind of add-on 3-letter names just because, again, it's like L-E-Y. You can add it on to pretty much any name to create a brand new name. But Win itself is a Welsh-originated name meaning fair and blessed. And Nick, N-I-K, is a Greek-originated name meaning people of victory. So together, fair and blessed, people of victory, it totally sounds like a kind of medieval, whimsical style name. And it sounds like one too, Winnick. And it also kind of has that warrior feel or like defender kind of feel as well. And then the next name that I have that was sent in is another one that I know a ton of you guys are gonna go crazy over. And that is the name Greymond. So spelled G-R-E-Y-M-U-N-D. This is such an amazing name if you are seeking that gray nickname, Greymond. Like, I've never heard of this before and I never thought of it. So it's a mixture of Grayson, super love, and Edmond. Like, how cool. It's like kind of modern classic with like total vintage. Edmond, I love this. I love the name Edmond because it totally gives off the like Narnia, Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe, Prince of Caspian vibes to me. So it's kind of like a literary book character as well, and I love that. They always have such cool, again, whimsical style names. And Grayson is an English originated name meaning son of the steward, and Edmond is also an English originated name meaning fortunate protector. If you're looking for more of that vintage feel, but also a little bit more futuristic, Greymond is totally the option for you, especially if you're looking for that ever so popular gray nickname. Another one that I've actually seen a little bit on Instagram, and it was sent in twice by 2 different people, and that is the name Braven. So spelled B-R-A-V-E-N. So literally, it's obviously an English word name, brave, and you literally just add on an N, make it Braven. So this is a total straight out of the dictionary word, but I love how bold and creative it is. Like, it definitely is obviously strong and a powerful name. Just imagine a strong and powerful female like Braven, nickname Brave, and same for a boy. Like, I feel like this could totally work for either or, and I just fell in love with it. And then moving on to another really powerful and strong boy's name, and that is the name Atlander. So spelled A-T-L-A-N-D-E-R. This one is a complete mixture of Atlas and Alexander, and I am like, wow. A lot of parents right now have been really enjoying like A-N-D-E-R for an ending for a name. I've seen Evander, Alexander, Xander, but Atlander, like, how cool is this? It totally gives me this travel and voyager type of feel to it, like a little explorer. But obviously Atlas is a Greek originated name. It is a Greek god. And then Alexander is also a Greek originated name meaning defending men. So a very very powerful name just put together. They're both Greek originated. I love god names, obviously, because my son's name is Aries. I think it is just so cool. And I think the sound of it is so awesome as well, because you can still have the nickname Atlas and you can still have the nickname like Ander, or even Alexander can work as well. So the next name I have for you guys is the name Redver. So it's R-E-D-V-E-R. I think that this one is super, super sweet. It's a mixture between the name Redden and Trevor. So she put it together and made Redver. I thought it was very different and a really unique name. Like, I would never have thought of it. And it was really hard to find what the actual meaning behind Redden is, but apparently it's a nautical name meaning equipped a ship. And then Trevor is a Welsh originated name meaning from the large village. So I thought that this one, Redver, would be such a great idea for maybe a little boy in a bigger family. Maybe it's like your third, fourth, fifth child. You can name him Redver, and his meaning behind his name kind of means from a large village, from a big family. And I think that would be kind of like a really cool symbolic meaning. And then the next name that was sent in is the name Benix. So it's spelled B-E-N-I-X or B-E-N-E-X, depending on how you want to spell it. But this one's a mishmash of the name either Bennett or Benjamin, and mixing it with Felix. And oh my word, I love the name Felix. Like, that is one of my like guilty pleasure baby names I love but I would never use type of name. So in breaking up this name, Bennett is English originated meaning blessed, and Benjamin, if you go that route, it means son of the right hand, which is such a random meaning. I never even knew that. And the name Felix is Latin originated meaning happy and fortunate, which, oh my word, I honestly love that name. But Benix, I feel like this is a total modern, futuristic sounding name to the name Bennett. Like, I really hear the Bennett in it. And you can also still give him that Ben or Benny kind of nickname, but you can also nickname him Nix. And I love the name Nix. And then moving on to a really different name. I have never heard this name before, like the full version of where she got it from, but this is the name Thuri. So spelled T-H-U-R-I, and this one's actually derived from the name Thurgood, and I have never heard of this name before. I really hope I'm pronouncing this right, but it's a Parisian, I feel like it says Parisian virtue name. So it is a virtue name, and I've never heard of this before. And Thuri is normally the nickname given to someone named Thurgood, and I think it's so cool with the I ending. I really enjoy boys' names that end with an I, like Makari, Thuri. Like, I really like that ending ring, like going up. And I was doing a little bit more research, and in the name Thurgood, the Thur is actually derived from the name Thor, which is a Norse god of thunder. And Thor is such a cool name. You can almost nickname him Thor, and you kind of have that cool edginess, but if you're not wanting it full out like Thor to name him Thor, you can go for Thuri. Moving on to our next one on the list, I feel like this is also another really more so popular one that I feel like a lot of you guys will absolutely love, and that is the name Finio. So spelled P-H-I-N-E-O. Guys, obviously this is derived from the name Phineas and the name Romeo. Finio, like how freaking cute is this? Like, I'm dying over these boys' names because I think they're super, super sweet, but I feel like growing up, they're so usable and they turn into this handsome man's name, if you know what I mean. But Phineas is actually a biblical name. It's Hebrew originated, meaning the oracle, and Romeo is an Italian originated name meaning Pilgrim of Rome. So this one has a lot of cool history. It has biblical ties to it as well. And with that ending with the O, I feel like it sounds like a very Italian originated name altogether, Finio. You can still nickname him Finn. You can still nickname him Neo because there's N-E-O at the end. It just sounds like altogether a really cultural name. All right, so now moving from a super adorable name to now more of like an edgier name with an X ending, and this is the name Shax. So spelled S-H-A-X. This one is very similar, and I'm pretty sure she got it from the name Shaq, but kind of just switch it up, Shax. But it kind of gives me this NBA and celebrity kind of feel because it reminds me of like Shaquille O'Neal. So maybe if you're like a big basketball enthusiast or you love sports, maybe your husband likes sports, I feel like this would be a great option for you. So the name Shaquille is an Arabic originated name meaning well-developed and handsome. Shaquille sounds sounds like a very handsome name, so I feel like the description and the meaning behind it completely fits perfectly. And then the next name that I have for you guys is super sweet, and that is the name Maslin. So spelled M-A-V-L-A-N. I feel like you can add on a D to this one, Mavland or Maslin. It really just depends on how you want to pronounce it and spell it. So this one's kind of a mishmash of the name Maverick, super strong name. It's an American originated name meaning independent. And the name Harlan, which is a German and English originated name meaning rocky land. So I like this pairing. It has kind of a nature feel behind it, but like a strong kind of like independent, almost like a warrior sound to it as well. Moving on to our next name. This one has such a wow factor to me, but that is the name Saint Theo. So spelled S-A-I-N-T-H-E-O. Like, how cool does this name sound? Saint Theo. It's a mixture between the name Saint and the name Theo. And then the meaning behind this name is just as amazing as the name sounds. So the name Saint means blessing and the name Theo means God. So literally put it together, it's blessing from God. So if you're looking for a really different and unique biblical name, I feel like this is totally up your alley. Also, if you are looking for maybe a rainbow baby's name, Saint Theo is totally the name for you. So moving on to our next name that we have on the list, this one also has the A-N-D-E-R ending, and that is the name Erisander. So spelled E-R-I-S-A-N-D-E-R. So this one also, just like Atlander, has some god and goddess ties to it as well. The name Eris, E-R-I-S, is the goddess of strife and discord, but it also kind of sounds like the god Eros, which is the Greek god of love. And then obviously Alexander again is another Greek originated name meaning defending man. Like I said before, I really like this combination as well. I feel like you both were like messaging each other. It was like Atlander, okay, Erisander. Like I really like both of these, and lots of parents have been loving that A-N-D-E-R ending. So you have Erisander and Atlander to add to your list. And then on to our next name on the list, and that is the name Jensen. So spelled J-E-N-T-Y-N. T-Y-N is also another really great addition ending to a name. There's also the W-Y-N, which is added on to a lot of female names to make it more girly. Sometimes it can work for boy names as well, but T-Y-N is a really great addition to maybe some of the boys' names out there that you want to add maybe a little bit of a uniqueness to it. So this one was added on to the name Jensen, which means God is gracious. It's actually a Hebrew originated variation of the name John. And I love the name Jensen. I would more so use it for a girl, but Jensen, like it totally makes it like a girl name to me, all the way to a boy's name. Let me know what you guys think, but I really like this name. I think it is so unique. And then moving on to a really, really cool and different unique name that begins with the letter Z, and that is the name Ziadore. So it's spelled Z-I-A-D-O-R-E. So I've seen a lot of girls' name like Isadora, Isadora. I've seen that Dora ending on a lot of names recently, and Ziadore. Like how cool is that for a little boy? I've been trying to find new Z names for me because I swear I've seen them all. So this one's actually a German pronunciation of the name Theodore. So I guess is what she's saying. In Germany, if you say your name is Theodore, they'll pronounce it like Ziadore. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It has kind of a cultural background. It's made up, but it's literally the pronunciation of Theodore. And I love the name Theodore. I think it's like #1 name that I find the most cutest next to Felix. And then on to another really cool name with an X ending, and you guys know me, I love my X endings, and that is the name Kodax. So spelled K-O-D-A-X. Kind of reminds me of like Kodiak, like a Kodiak bear. So it kind of has this animal inspiration behind for me and some nature vibes as well. But the name Kodax is obviously derived from the name Kodiak, but get this, I didn't even know this. The name Kodiak is actually a Russian originated name meaning island. I am really digging this. It has animal inspiration, it has nature inspiration, and it just sounds so edgy that it makes my heart melt. All right, so the next name that I have on this list, you guys are gonna absolutely love. If you guys love the name Crew, this one is for you. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that is the name Crewson. So spelled C-R-E-W-S-O-N. So she actually took the two classic amazing names right now, Crew and Hudson, and made Cruson. Like, how awesome is this? It totally reminds me of the name Carson, and it also reminds me of kind of like a surname invented name with that S-O-N ending. But Crew is obviously an English originated word name, and the name Hudson's actually a variant of the name Hugh, which is German originated, meaning mind and intellect. So very smart. Cruson sounds like a very poised, surname feel type of name, and a very intelligent little boy. I feel like this little boy is gonna be like a mathematician or like a scientist. All right, so we are down to our very few final names on the list. This next one is a mix of two of my favorite three-letter names, and that is the name Maxel. So spelled M-A-X-E-L. I think that this is so cool. Actually, a lot of you guys were sending in Max variations. So like there was Maxley I saw. There was a couple other ones as well. But I love the name Maxel. I think it is super cool because it adds Max, which means the greatest, and the name Axel, which means my father is peace, which is such a soft meaning and such a symbolic meaning for the name Axel. Like, I did not know that until quite recently, but I love this together. I think it is so sweet if you want that cool Axel nickname, if you're wanting that Max nickname as well. Maxel. I think that is just super, super cool. And then our second to last name on the list is a really cultural name that completely speaks like freedom to me with the meaning, and that is the name Avinic. So spelled A-V-I-N-I-C. The reason why I feel like this is just like a freedom style name to me is because when you break up this name, Avi means my God, my father in Hebrew, and the name Nick means victory of the people in Greek. I feel like this name Avinic has such like a historic kind of feel, like my God, my father has led them to victory, like led their people to victory. I feel like it is such a cool kind of historical name that in that sense, and I love the sound of it, Avinic. I love the ring to it. I think it sounds super handsome. You can nickname him Avi. Again, you can nickname him Nick. You have those two names in there. And then on to our very final name on the list. I know that I did not get to every single one of them. Again, I had so many sent in, but I didn't want to make the video too long. But the very final name on the list is the name Thaddeus. So T-H-A-D-D-O-X. So this one is a mixture of my favorite name, Maddox. I love that name. Honestly, quick short story, we almost named Aries Maddox, but it's a mixture between the name Maddox and Thaddeus. So the name Maddox is an Aramaic originated name meaning gift of God, and then the name Thaddeus or Thaddeus, however you pronounce it, let me know in the comments below how you pronounce that name, is actually a Welsh originated name meaning fortunate. So gift from God, fortunate. I think this is a really great possible rainbow baby's name as well, just with that meaning. I just love the sound of it. You can still have that nickname like Docs, you can have that nickname Thad, and especially because there's not a lot of names in general with that OX ending that I actually really love and that are even out there, except for Maddox. Oh, I love that name. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long list. Let me know in the comments below which ones your favorite were, or let me know in the comments below what your made up or invented baby boy names are, and I would be happy to read them in the comments below, and I know that everybody else would as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys this Sunday with a Baby Name Sunday episode. Bye!